Hey, what's up, guys? This is Colby Cheese. I'm going to be doing a solo queue commentary of me playing Talon, one of the new champions that was just released. Played him a couple of games, and so what I've done here in this one is I've actually tried to speed up all of the slow points in the game. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, as you can see, I'm going to be leveling against a Mordekaiser, and since I'm playing against a Mordekaiser, I decided to level up my W first. I know that it's going to be very difficult for me to farm in the lane by auto-attacking. If I do, he's just going to easily harass me down. So I'm going to be using my W. The good thing about Talon's W is the fact that it actually doesn't cost a lot of mana. So, I mean, you can't spam it a whole lot, but if you just use it to last hit occasionally, then you'll be fine in the lane, at least until you can go back and get some more mana from your fountain. So pretty much as you would expect, this Mordekaiser is going to continue pushing this to the tower this entire time. There's not too much I can do about it. I mean, that's basically how Mordekaiser will treat most champions that don't have the same amount of pushing power that he has. But you just kind of have to deal with it. What I do with Talon is I just try my best to stay away from the minion waves. You usually know when Mordekaiser is going to come up and try and do some harass on you, so just stay away from the minions. He has to choose to either hit you or to hit the minions, so, you know, he's going to do one or the other, whatever. My ultimate goal is to just get as much CS as possible. I am missing a lot, unfortunately, just because you can say either, you know, I'm not used to last hitting against the Mordekaiser as Talon yet, or maybe I'm just doing bad. Whatever the case is, it's pretty much right now up to the jungler to help me out. Usually when you're the jungler and you're playing against the Mordekaiser, you just kind of need to walk up and gank them very early, pre-level 6, and it's going to be really easy, especially if they're doing what you see here. I mean, I think that as the jungler, the first thing that should go through your head if there's an enemy Mordekaiser on the team is maybe I should take a route that's going to put me up to gank the top lane extremely early. That's probably going to work out. But in any case, I'm not going to be losing out on a whole lot. I mean, I am going to lose quite a bit of CS early on, and I'm not going to get an advantage against Mordekaiser. But if he continues to push like this, eventually we will be able to gank him. And as you can see, it looks like our jungler, which, believe it or not, in this game is actually Karthus. Looks like he's going to come up here and do some work. And since Mordekaiser is so far pushed up and he's so confident in himself, he should be fine. Now, he did hit 6, which is unfortunate. Usually you want to gank before level 6. I'm about to hit 6 here, so I'm saying, hey, let's go ahead and do this. I popped my ultimate. I don't think I actually hit him with the first deal of my ult, and I ran out of mana, so I can't really do much more. I'm kind of relying on Karthus to do the work on him here. And I popped my ignite. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the kill. Again, I didn't have any mana left over. But either way, that does kind of slow him down from farming a little bit. I get the assist and the experience. That's good stuff, and I'll be able to go back. I can't exactly afford my brutalizer yet, so that's kind of unfortunate. As you see here, I might have stayed in a little bit too long. It's probably very dangerous. I don't know where their jungler is, and I think their jungler is Lee Sin. So, yeah, exactly. There you go. There's Lee Sin right there. He's got the red buff, so I try and slow him down and blink to him to get away. It's probably not going to work out. I'm juking a little bit, but he's so close that it's really hard for him to miss. I'm going to die here. There's no doubt about it if he dies. But I'm going to go ahead and take a kill here. As you see, I turn around and hit him once, knowing that I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well try and get the kill. It worked out. I got the kill, and I'm actually able to afford Brutalizer after all. So that ended up working out in my favor. Even though I could have backed and lived and not given him a kill, I wouldn't have been able to afford the Brutalizer, and I think that it's better off that I did get it, just due to the fact that it really does help me. I mean, I have to have that armor pin to do as much damage as possible to this guy. So we're just going to do the same song and dance here. Going to be shooting up my W's at every chance I get to try and just keep those creeps away from the tower and get a couple of last hits in. I'm leveling up my Q second, and I'll be leveling up the E last. And that should be good enough for me right now. As you can see, I'm about half of the farm of this Mordekaiser since he has pushed me to the tower. But we do have another gank coming in. Looks like the wall was missed, but he may actually go through it. No, he doesn't. He's going to go ahead and go for the kill. I went invisible so that he would not actually use his ultimate on me. I knew that he was going to use his ultimate, so I just waited before I attacked again. And then he used his ultimate on Karthus, which gave me the go-ahead to jump in and start attacking him again. Picked up the kill that time, and now I'm doing really well against this guy. Since I pushed up the lane, I'm going to go ahead and go back and buy some cooldown reduction boots. I do like to buy cooldown reduction boots on Talon just due to the fact that well, all of his damage is based on his abilities. You can't really rely on running in and just auto-attacking people. He's not one of those type of champions. He doesn't have a lot of auto-attack damage, and his auto-attack is really slow. So you just kind of have to do with what you got with your abilities. So there we go. I've got my W, looks like one level away from, yeah, there we go, level 9. Now it's maxed. I can do quite a bit of damage to the creeps. It's not too hard to farm them down, and I just have to make sure that I don't do anything stupid. Look right here. This might be a bad idea. It looks like my cooldowns weren't up, and I tried to engage that Mordekaiser, and I ended up messing up. I guess I forgot to slow it down right there, so that was kind of my bad. But what I ended up doing was I went in on Mordekaiser, and I think he had vision on me. And what happened was I wasn't able to silence him, and he got off his full combo on me before I can get mine, and that kind of lost it. So we lost the tower, and our Karthus was able to pick up a kill on him, so that was good. Alright, so anyways, I'm just going to continue farming. Right now, the goal for me is to try and make up some lost ground with all of the lost farm. Since we killed Mordekaiser, I know I can probably take this tower really low, if not kill it. Okay, so here's Lee Sin once again doing his thing. I'm going to go ahead and go invisible to see if I can get away. That really does help me out. He does actually get to me. I think I can kill him right here. I went ahead and put an ignite on him, and I had my flash. I could have potentially went back in on him. However, I noticed that the Mordekaiser was coming. I didn't want to give the Mordekaiser one of my ghosts and a free kill with only a potential kill, and since my cooldowns were down, I decided to just go ahead and go back. So I bought a Doran's Blade just to help me out a little bit. I mean, it might not have been the best purchase. Probably should have went for a Phage first, but I mean, the Doran's is nice. It gives me a little bit of life steal when I'm attacking the minions and a little bit of extra HP. So that's nice. Looks like down bottom, they are doing really well. My teammates are handling themselves quite nicely. I'm probably in the hardest lane right now, since I'm against the Mordekaiser, and he pretty much destroys any attack damage carry. So anyways, we're about the level in the game where I can probably move around and roam a bit. Since my tower's down, I don't always have to be there to try and defend it against this Mordekaiser, and he knows that too, so he's not going to be there. I'm just going to try and be wherever I can to pick up some kills, maybe help out a dragon. Here we go. Our team is going to be attempting the dragon, so I'm just going to make sure I stand around in the area and zone them a little bit. Unfortunately, Kog'Maw looks like he gets caught there, and he's running this direction. I don't know if he's actually dead yet. No, it looks like he's going to be just very close. Prisoner actually goes in on the Karthus and allows me to get a double kill, so that's really good for me. Taking out the two people, that's going to give me 600 gold, and I'll be able to build up the Phage. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to go for next. That way, that slow will add a lot of extra damage to my abilities. We can probably take this tower as well. The cool thing about Talon is that his Q will actually work on towers. I know, unfortunately, I can't take it. They're all there. If I would have stayed there for that tower, I don't think I would have even killed it. They probably would have killed me. So it's nice that I backed off. No reason to be too greedy. It's only got about 4 or 5 hits left on it anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back, buy my Phage at this point, and then we'll be able to take that tower up top. So another thing about this new patch I'm not really enjoying very much at all is the fact that the new ping is set to the control key, and there's absolutely no way you can change it. The thing that sucks about that is that whenever I'm in Ventrilo, that's my push-to-talk key, so I pretty much am always pinging for people to fall back, and, well, you know, that's not good. You can't change it, so it sucks. So there we go. Picked up a blue buff for the Karthus, and I should be able to push down this tower if we can just push the lane there. And I'm seeing that there's 3 people down bottom. I don't know where their 4th person is that I don't see. Kog'Maw, oh yeah, there it is. They're getting destroyed down there. So there's 4 people down bottom. I know that if I can just push to the tower, I will be able to take it out since it's only got a couple of hits left. There we go. Mordekaiser went mid to take out middle tower. So I'll definitely be able to take this one out. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to take the mid. So that actually worked out for us really well. Oh, here we go. Mordekaiser's going to try and stop me from being. So I'm just going to do an easy juke. All I have to do is use my silence on him and then slow him down, and I can continue running no problem. Now, this is probably kind of dumb. I beat here. I was assuming he didn't have vision, but apparently, I don't know, maybe he didn't, but it looked like he kind of did just have an intuition that I was there. Not a big deal. I'll do the same thing. Just silence him, slow him, and keep running. So, looking over here, I'm just going to continue farming. Since he stopped me, I might as well take some of these creeps. Right now, as Talon, I mean, our team's doing so well that I don't have any reason to do anything but continue to farm. And unfortunately, I am not even paying attention, and looks like our Kog'Maw is getting chased here, and he's probably going to go down. There we go. The Lee Sin hits him with a nice Q, and I'm going to go in and destroy that kid for what he did, and that's not too big of a deal. Picked up 1 kill for me, and at least the Kog'Maw got revenge with his passive. He was able to explode in that dude's face. Alright. I think we can do the frozen mallet pretty soon, 825, not too much longer. So I'm going to continue farming. Once I get that frozen mallet, that makes me really strong. I'll be able to easily slow people down and do that extra damage, even if I don't use my W. Right now, you usually want to use the combo of hitting your W and then blinking on top of them and then hitting them with your Q. Or you can hit them with E and then W and the Q, although it's a little bit harder to do it that way. Another thing that I would suggest on him is actually leveling up your, or not leveling up your, but using your W as smart cast. Okay, here we go. Looks like there's going to be a fight here. I go ahead and try and jump on this Caitlyn to try and mess her up, but for some reason my W went the wrong way, and that's why I was talking about smart cast, is because usually whenever I don't smart cast cone abilities, I always screw them up, but maybe that's just me. Anyhow, this is going to be a bad fight. I think about going in, but I don't really see any way of me doing anything to them since I don't have my ultimate, so I'm going to decide to be right here. Apparently Lee Sin saw me or something like that, so he shot his Q over, and I'm pretty much screwed at this point. There's no way I can get away. I'm just going to see what I can do, maybe blink to somebody, but yeah, it's not going to happen. That was a pretty big mistake on my part. I should have just bead or ran around another way rather than trying to do it right from the dragon area. In any case, I got my frozen mallet, and we're going to be continuing to push out once again. Our whole team is still doing really well. They are catching up on some kills because of some good team fights there, but as long as we continue to play well, we'll have no problem with this. We're going to pick up a dragon here, and I think we already got like the other dragon as well. Again, I wasn't really watching that since I'm up top, just free farming away. But that's what you do on Talon. If you're going to solo top, basically you just want to act like you're a Jax and get to late game. Since Talon is a carry which relies on having lots of farm and lots of kills, then you need to rely on doing that. You need to farm up as much as possible. His farm's not too bad. Once you get your W maxed out, you can't kill the back wave minions. You're gonna have to auto attack them once each. So you can either go auto attack them once each, or then do your W and then auto attack them all. I don't really like to do it that way because if the minions attack them like once or twice, then they die as well. So it kind of sucks. Or you can kind of let the minions attack them a little bit and get all of the minions like just a little bit lower than full health, and then you can use your W and that'll help. So here we go. Karthus gets caught as he's trying to pick up the blue buff. That sucks for him, but I am going to be able to take out this Lee Sin. He's very squishy to me anyways because I've got so much burst damage. It was a nice barrel from the Gragas. He's going to be able to get away. Yeah, that was actually smart on his part. A lot of people would probably use his little belly flop to just get away further. What he did was he actually waited until he got to the wall to belly flop over so that he could secure his escape for sure, like even better. So at this point, I'm going to go for an Atmos. And I think the reason I'm doing that is, I mean, they have a Gragas, obviously, but they've got a Caitlyn and they've got a Lee Sin. And that's pretty much going to be the ones that I'm worried about because I'm going to be jumping onto those most likely. Now, as far as the Gragas and the... Oh, here it goes. I was actually face checking some bushes, and I knew that I was pretty strong. I got my frozen mallet and a little bit of armor, so I was able to do that, pop my ultimate, and kind of bait them into trying to attack me. We took out the Mordekaiser, and that's going to give us a free bear now. So that's pretty awesome. Generally, in that situation, you don't want to face check, but I knew that I was strong enough, and I had my support from my allies around there, and we're going to pick that up no problem. So here we go. This is going to be an easy Baron for us with no one around. And, oh, there's a ward. It looks like he stole it. So Lee Sin comes in, steals it, and jumps right back over the bush. We just got way outplayed there. Unfortunately, we didn't have a ward to put on the other side of the bush. I think that it would have been nice if we could have like stood there to keep him from jumping over, but we kind of whiffed that one a little bit. Unfortunately, they took the Baron, so that kind of sucks for us. We got a like kill or two out of it, but them having Baron is going to make up for it more than anything. They're probably going to be able to push out on a tower from that as well. So another thing to note, I don't know if you remember saying me, but the Morgana in this game is actually attack damage. So we have a jungle We have a jungle AP, and then we've got an attack damage Morgana. So it's kind of an interesting game altogether. Oh man, so Carlos took a lot of damage there from that barrel and one attack from the Caitlyn. He's gonna have to get the heck out, otherwise he's gonna get destroyed. I'm just gonna kind of stay up in the front, and I can bait out a little bit of damage. The cool thing about this champion, Talon, is that while he is a squishy champion... Oh, no, that's not good. Lee Sin comes around and kills the Karthus. He stays around just a little bit too long. Not smart, but whatever. That's what happens. Anyways, I was going to say that he's a squishy champion, but if you build him tanky like this with a Frozen Mallet and not go for the Atmas, then you can kind of serve as a bit of a tanky DPS initiator. You can jump in there, and they'll try and put a little bit of focus on you, and you use your ultimate to get out. It works pretty well, as long as you don't sit there and try and stay attacking them the whole time. This is a really dumb thing for Gragas to do. He tries to run in there, he gets stunned by the Taric, and I'm able to jump in there and burst him down. And then the Mordekaiser goes in for a kill, he gets it, but it's at his own... the cost of his own life, so we're going to probably continue pushing here. Looks like our Kog'Maw is doing a really good job of hitting everyone with his ultimate, so that's pretty awesome, but we keep stepping on his trap, so that's not really helping our cause very much. Boom! He hits her again. I think he's going to continue hitting her with this, probably for at least a little bit. Oh no, it looks like the Lee Sin might actually kill our Kog'Maw, but no, he gets stuck into a nice binding, or not, yeah, it was a nice binding there, and that saved him. And I think I can catch this Caitlyn here, so I'm going to go ahead and flash and use my ultimate to catch up. And I'm going to use my blink to catch up to her. Boom! And I was able to take out the kill. That was really good because the Karthus used his ultimate, gave me just enough damage to finish her off. I don't know how I caught her. It was kind of, it was just really close that I was able to catch that. And Kog'Maw helps us finish off this tower, no problem. So that worked out really well. They got the Baron, and then they got a little bit greedy. They were able to push a tower, but after running around and trying to kill us, they just overextended, and they really didn't need to. They should have just continued to push through the front area rather than trying to come around back one by one. But whatever the case is, that's good stuff for us. I've got quite a bit of damage. I'm going to be working on a Bloodthirster now. I feel like that's going to be the next item that I want to build up. Now, you can potentially go for a Infinity Edge as well. That might have been a better choice. I don't know. I haven't tried it on him. And now that I'm thinking about it, you're not going to be auto-attacking a whole lot. So the Bloodthirster may or may not be the best choice. It just kind of depends. So I know, it's an iffy situation. Here we go. I was actually running up here, seeing if I can catch somebody out of position. Not really the case. I was actually picked up by Mordekaiser there. Not able to do anything there. In either way, the looks like the Gragas is going to take out our inhibitor, no problem. And I should probably get out right here. This is going to be a bad situation for me. I can't really do a lot of damage to this guy. So I don't like the situation that I just put myself in. Yeah, that was a really bad mistake on my part. I was a little bit too confident in how strong I was. I think the Karthus should be fine. He should be able to get away, but I thought I'd have a little bit more damage. Of course, it is Mordekaiser. He's just going to heal himself and put up a shield, so there's not much you can really do about that. And so, luckily, the Gragas did not take out our inhibitor. I guess they were able to defend that. That's good stuff. Alright. So, he is kind of a problem, though. He's got a lot of damage from his barrels. I think that Gragas is one of those underground OP champions that... probably due to the fact that he's a little bit harder to play, and if he gets a good amount of AP up, he's going to just insta-get people with his combination of his barrel toss and his barrel roll. I'm sure you've played against Gragases before that have just completely melted you instantly. They work really well with certain team comps, especially if you can get a good amount of AoE in there. Then he'll throw in, like 1,500 damage from his combo, and then you get someone else that throws in some ultimate as well, and poof, it just destroys them. So yeah, this Gragas has got a lot of AP built up, and he's going to be a problem if he catches all of us with a nice toss. He's going to do huge AoE damage, so we're going to have to be sure that we split up a fair amount. And here we go, we might get caught here. I think we're going to have to actually fight this. We don't have any towers, but we are split up nicely, so I think this would be a really good time to engage. And there we go, we get the Jenna into a sweet binding. I jump in there, take that kill, and now we also get an exhaust onto the Lee Sin. He goes down, and I'm going to put my slow onto the Mordekaiser. There's no way he's getting away. We just completely face raped those kids. And now the Caitlyn is on the run. I don't know if she's gonna... yeah, she should be able to get away. We don't have anything to catch her with, but there's the ghost. I think Kog'Maw does want to take her out. He's gonna look for her with his ultimate. Probably not gonna find her. No big deal. I'll just continue farming these down. Now that I've got so much damage with my Atmas and another Bloodthirster, or not a Bloodthirster yet, but now that I've got the actual BF sword, I'm able to pretty much take out the creep waves with a W finally, but I'm at 264 attack damage, so it took a while to be able to get to that point. Alright, so either way, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of action here. Greg is going to be chasing down. That was a nice flash by the Tarek. Oh, man. And so, looks like he might just get caught. But no, I'm able to catch up finally. Put my W onto him. Man, I just melt that kid. So, there you go. That goes to show, like, Gragas, he's really strong with all of his AP. But he's super squishy. Like, he looks fat and tanky, but he sure as hell is not tanky. If Gragas goes AP like that, treat him just like any other squishy. Take him out quickly. And he will just melt so fast. Alright, now another thing, let's see, I think after that kill I'm able to pick up my Bloodthirster, so this is going to be really strong. I'm actually feeling really confident in me jumping into fights now that I've got. You know, in addition to a lot of damage and burst capability, I can just sit there and take a few hits before dying. I won't die just instantly unless I literally stand in all 5 of their enemy team and they use everything on me. But regardless of the damage I can do, I still can't really hurt that Mordekaiser very much. If you noticed, his shield is just a little too strong for me. Oh my goodness! Looks like the looks like the Gragas just took out our AD Morgana. So too much burst for her, especially with no AP to back up her shield. So Morgana's down, but I think I'm going to be the designated Gragas killer this game. Sweet. Alright, right now we're just going to farm a little bit of creeps up. We're at such a huge lead right now that all we have to do is stay grouped and win another team fight, and we'll probably be able to push in for the win. We don't have the inhibitor down yet, but we do have that tower. Kind of same for them though. I mean, they are doing really well considering the fact that they are a few kills behind. The fact that they got Baron twice now, see, they just got Baron again, puts them, they're probably not actually that far behind. Just because they're behind in kills, I think they're actually ahead in team objectives. So they're going to try this inhibitor. It's going to be dangerous if they go for it, though. As long as I can dodge getting initiated on, I should be good to go. I'm going to just wait and look for somebody to be out of position. Oh, here we go. I see this Gragas and see if I can jump to him. Boom, I'm going to take him out instantly with an Ignite, and there's no way. Oh, man, I just got KS'd by the Kog'Maw with his ultimate. Oh, well, big deal. Took out Gragas. He wasn't able to do any abilities onto our team, so that was perfect for us, and we're probably going to be able to push in to them now. I think that we should really be engaging right now. 5v4. I don't know why we're waiting around. We should definitely go in, but either way, we decided to hang back, and Kog'Maw's going to run on the traps after the shield goes off. Kind of funny. So that's kind of what you want to do on Talon, is just look for open opportunities. Look for somebody to be just a little bit overextended from their team and out of position. If you can jump on them and boom, insta-burst them down, then that's going to win you fights with him. And notice that I didn't just run straight for their enemy team. I just killed my target and got out. And oh gosh, looks like they're doing another backdoor attempt onto our tower. The Lee Sin's going to go for it this time. Let's see if he can 1v1 this Morgana. I don't know. It's going to be kind of interesting. I think Morgana did pretty well on bottom, and she's got quite a few items. So she's going to be going for him. Now Karthus is there, so I think it's going to go. But I'm up here fighting against this Janna. I'm just being silly at this point. There was no reason I should have done that, but I was just trying to have fun. I think she had an Oracles. So I was like, what the heck, I'm going to take out this Janna. Oh, and a fail flash from the Tarek for the fail. And he gets destroyed. Oh, maybe he was just trying to juke them. He wanted them to all jump over the freaking wall so that he would, you know, make them waste their flashes too. No, didn't work out so well. So it looks like Morgana was able to take out the Lee Sin with some help from... Oh, man, that was a nice flash. Kog'Maw just almost gets barreled, and right as the barrel is about to hit, he flashed out. I know it was really fast, but... that was a pretty good one all together. So I'm picking up a Banshee's Veil to try and save myself from any type of mistakes on my part. If the Gragas hits me with the barrel or something like that, then that can potentially spell doom for me. In any case, I think that I should be fine. So here we go. I'm going to just do my best to zone everybody out. Continue farming here. They do have that inhibitor down, and we still don't have ours, so that's kind of unfortunate for us. The game's actually kind of close. I mean, you can say that it's basically going to come down to who wins a team fight. And that's basically it. So here we go. Right now we're just going to defend and wait for them to make a mistake. Whoever makes the first mistake is probably going to lose the game. So we got a nice TV here, seeing them running around. We do know that one of them is split. There was somebody over to the right. There we go. It is the Mordekaiser. He's trying to join up with his team, but now we got him slow. There's a red buff onto the Morgana, and she's going to get the biting on him. He's going to go down. That's the mistake I'm talking about. That's the kind of mistakes that lose your game. Let's say this Mordekaiser was fed the whole time. He was getting all the kills, but he made that one mistake. That probably just lost the game. Regardless of how well you did, if you do something like that, you lose the game. So seeing that we can get a Baron no problem, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up and look for somebody trying to kind of join up with the team and help out. We did get the Baron. I'm going to go ahead and take out this inhibitor. And, you know, I could technically might have been with the team at this point, but at the same time, I feel like I felt like that they were going to be fine. They were 4v4 there, and I took out the inhibitor, so we should be good. Now we're going to take a tower up top. There's no problem. We can tank that and destroy it without too much trouble. There we go. So tower and inhibitor plus Baron, and we only lost 2 people. At this point, though, I just ran into a Lee Sin who was waiting in the jungle for me. This might be bad. I don't think I kill him. Yes, I do kill him, actually. That was a great kill, and there's no way I'm going to get away from this Mordekaiser. I think he just popped his ghost, so I'm going to try and do as much damage as possible so that we can potentially get the kill, but no, he runs around the corner, loses line of sight from Bedrew Eyes, and unfortunately, Morgana and I do go down. So kind of bad play on our part, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't have ran to that bush. I should have just ran back to our base through the other direction. But, you know, sometimes Colby Cheese makes mistakes too. And by sometimes, I mean most of the time. Like, a lot. Because I don't really pay attention enough. And I need to. But that's why I'm showing these videos, you know, showing that sometimes you just need to pay attention. Even the best of us, right? So here we go. I now have my Bloodthirster built up and a Banshee's Veil. I'm going to have to re-farm the Bloodthirster, unfortunately. That's another problem with the Bloodthirsters. When you die, if you die, you lose all the stacks. And 40 CS is, it's a little bit. You know, it's not like a small amount. So, especially when you have to farm it every time you die. It's like literally reset every time you die. So here we go. I'm going to just try and continue farming this up. I think I've got like 3 kills since I've came back. And on the creeps, I mean. Oh, here we go. Looks like the cut. That once again, I'm able to catch their Gragas. But no, my W doesn't hit him before he gets away. So that's unfortunate. I actually used my flash to get to him. So I wasn't able to flash over the wall and continue chasing. Otherwise, I probably would have had a chance of killing him. Doesn't really matter at this point. After that last fight at the Baron where the Mordekaiser got caught, he basically lost the game for them. I think that was the turning point for them. After he got caught, that really destroyed him. Oh, man, Benjamin is almost getting taken out. That was so close. But they're going to have to be really careful. I jump in there, and I'm actually able to take out the Caitlyn. Am I going to live? I don't know. Yes, I do. I actually get my stealth off, and boom, come out for the double kill onto Janna. No problem. That was awesome deal there. And this ultimate is probably going to take out the Gragas. Maybe. I don't know if it did. I think it might have. Can't really tell. But anyways, we're going to take out this tower, and that's basically the end of the game. So just kind of as a recap here, let's see. Had a really difficult lane. I was landing against a Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser did really well. Had tons of farm and oh man, the Gragas. Oh, Gragas. What were you thinking? So anyways, the Mordekaiser, he did really well. I just played very passively though, and I didn't allow him to easily harass me, if you know what I mean. I didn't allow him to get all of his spells on me. I knew that he was going to be stronger than me, so I just stayed back and did my best to last hit at the tower. And when you're playing against champions that are stronger than you, that's all you have to do. I mean, that's what you have to do. So anyways, hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, push that like button, and we'll see you guys around for the next one. This is Colby Cheese. Peace.